Okay, welcome to this little explanation thing after the Prog Riffs. So basically I'll jump straight into it and say that the time signature in the start is 5/4, and the 5/4 is fairly I find fives has a definite feel when you work or play with it for some extended time. You sort of just feel it, and it's kind of the rhythm section just plays this A sharp note and the seventh note here, and it's sort of ba ba ra ba ra ba 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 ra ba ba ra ba ba. It's kind of sounds kind of five-ish, I guess, because it is five-ish. But the lead, as I said, the chord is, I sort of think of the chord as an A sharp major 7. First notes A and A sharp, which are the 7th and the root. Some melodic tones, which are the 5th, the 4th, the 3rd. And just some run through here, which are, I don't know, works kind of well together with the rhythm section. And the next bar is this kind of just an A sharp major 7 arpeggio down. And the way I found to go down from all the way up here and then to go and pick up these notes on the low part of the fretboard was to slide down on the end here. That way you get to, and as well you have some free time when you play those open A notes to get your hand back in position to play this. And this is the sort of C minor chord implied by the rhythm section. And if we treat the A sharp as the Ionian, the corresponding C chord would be a C minor 6th or a Dorian. And this is the 6th is the A for C minor Dorian, and the A is kind of accented here, and it sounds kind of nice, a little bit more lighter sound than the standard Aeolian minor sound, right? And these two bars, they just repeat pretty much in the except that they go up in octave, right? These two notes go up 1 octave, and this arpeggio line goes up 1 octave, and you can do the same slide here, but you have to be a bit quick because you can't slide down how much, or I guess you can if you want to. And this section, I guess you should be able to pick that, or if you don't feel comfortable picking that, you can try hybrid picking that. So you pick the first 3 notes alternate pick, and then you pick up the G string with your pinky and hammer on to the C note, and then do the same maybe with your pinky if you got the strength to pick that up to get it flowing. I don't know, it can get a kind of nice sound that way also. And that propels us further into the sort of chorus-like or bridge-like, more powerful section, I guess. And that's held down by the rhythm section as a G minor add 9, which is sort of this shape, this sort of like Every Breath You Take by the Police, that kind of shape, you know. And then the picking up the 3rd on the 8th, it's kind of a little bit of a stretch, but you can let go of the G there, right? And then it follows nicely into up to the 6th of the G, becomes a D sharp, and we treat that as a new sort of chord for the last 2 bars, or last two quarter notes of the bar. You can treat it as a D sharp, and the corresponding D sharp is of course Lydian. And so the 3rd and the sharp 4 there. Then we continue to C minor, and now this time it's the lead section which plays the chord with this, you know, sort of kind of percussive to get a bit of a rhythm or groove to the thing. And this the rhythm section, which plays a more active role here, just highlights the chord tones that are played by the lead, which is the root, fifth, 7, second, 7 again, etc. And then this section, you might think this could be D sharp Lydian, because it's exactly the same here, and you could think of it that way, I guess. Or you can think of it because the C minor is still playing, and these notes would then be so they fit kind of nice into the C minor also, not just D sharp Lydian, right? Because it's third, fifth, and then the major sixth, which is kind of nice to highlight to get a little bit of a Dorian flavor. And the next chord, which the lead section plays, is an F add 9. And for this active section just follows up on that same pattern, right? It's tone up a third, up a second, and down a second, and it kind of flows. I've found it flows kind of nicely. And now is the time where we go bananas, and we put a flat 6 in our A sharp chord. I kind of like that recently, the putting flat 6s in major chords. It gives a lot of, instead of just this sort of kind of simple happiness, it becomes a little bit more nuanced, or a bit more something anyway. And the flat 6 is the F sharp, which is added up here. And the lead section just plays sort of the A sharp 7 arpeggio up here, which still fits even though you have a flat 6. The flat 6 comes up here at the top right, and you can think of it as when you come up here, you can either slide with your index finger straight away when you come up on the 7th, or you can hammer on or play the 7 and then take the 11 with your pinky and then slide up. I guess I found that sliding with the pinky works better for me, but it's just try and see what works for you, right? And this looks like and the tones here are in the last beat is just the F sharp is there also a little bit, just to keep it consistent. And to finish the whole thing off with some bananas thing, with some chromaticism, and this the two different bars or tracks play the same note. It's just in different pitch, right? Or they sort of hit the same note on one or two spots. And this creates this kind of weird thing, but I thought it was kind of cool. So, and I guess you can approach these kind of things by just sitting down in a program like this and just write down and see which tones kind of fit, and come up with some cool results. And the F sharp is sort of here with this ominous flat 6 presence, even at the end, and it kind of further mystifies the ending before it sort of turns back into the A sharp with the final few notes. Yeah, I guess that's it. As I said, you could try some hybrid picking throughout if you these riffs, if you find some place to utilize it. I found maybe this little thing you can pick up the D note with your big finger, and maybe also in the second bar or second time here, right? Because you go from the D string all the way up to E string. You can pick that up with either maybe your pinky or something. But I think that's all. If I wasn't clear about something, please write a comment and I'll try to clarify what I mean. And so, all right. Thank you for watching, and subscribe if you think these concepts are cool or whatever, right? See you soon. Hopefully on a new video.